What? Oh. Oh god. Oh. What is up everyone, this is Hayden Games here back with another video, and today we are doing another tier list video on this time Gran Turismo. So we just had the recent trailer for the newest game Gran Turismo 7, and I thought it would be the best time to go ahead and do a tier list on Gran Turismo. I really like the trailer, for anyone who wants to know. Yeah, I really like the nod to Gran Turismo 3 and 4 in those trailers. The nostalgia was real on those parts, but anyway. So, today we are doing a tier list from Gran Turismo 1 all the way up till Sport, and just before I do anything. Yeah, I did not play Gran Turismo 2, I did not play any of the prologues, I did not play Concept. I just wasn't able to get my hands on those games, and I would much rather prefer to get the mainstream games over the prologues and stuff. So anyway, let's get properly into this, starting with Gran Turismo. So Gran Turismo, the PlayStation 1 game, or first one. From what I remember, it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure I liked a lot of the cars in it. It was made like an arcade game rather than a simulator at the time. If you compare Gran Turismo 1 to what we see now, it feels like an arcade game, so... But I still liked the gameplay though, so I'm going to put it at an A. Yeah, and I feel like there's not too much nostalgia to it, because I didn't get to play it too much, honestly. Gran Turismo 3, or Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Gran Turismo 3... I didn't play too much of either. This was the first PlayStation 2 one. I actually got this one from my uncle, so I'm pretty sure I got Gran Turismo 4 before I got Gran Turismo 3, actually. But yeah, Gran Turismo 3, when it came to the... Also, one thing I did forget to mention about Gran Turismo 1 is I was never able to get a proper save going on that game, because it would just reset no matter what when I played it on my PS2, even with like a memory card in there. It just would not fully save my game or anything. I wasn't able to finish the campaign or anything. So yeah, that kind of sucked about Gran Turismo 1. There actually, I might drop it. I can't really fault it for that though, because I'll keep it at a B. Honestly, there's some reasons why I'm going to keep it at a bit B. But back to Gran Turismo 3. So Gran Turismo 3, I liked the campaign a bit more. It was like a bit more variety. I'm just trying to remember back now what it was like. Yeah, it was like first game on PlayStation 2, so it did have a lot better graphics and stuff. So I'm gonna put Gran Turismo 3. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this. Screw it. I'm gonna put Gran Turismo still with Gran Turismo 3, but I'm gonna keep Gran Turismo 3 at a B. I'll lower it to a C, actually. It's not straight up the worst game, but it's kind of average, basically. Gran Turismo 4 goes into S straight away. It is my favourite Gran Turismo game of all time. It was just amazing, like the menus, the music, the sound effects and all that. And the progression, just everything about it was just incredible. It is just my favourite one of all time, no questions. And it was the second one on the PS2. There was just a whole bunch of reasons why it goes there. So yeah. Gran Turismo PSP. So Gran Turismo PSP, this was basically Gran Turismo 4, but with Gran Turismo 5 prologue cars, and I think a couple of tracks as well. So it was basically a minor spin-off, but it was basically Gran Turismo 4 on the go. But there wasn't like any of the proper like menus. I did like the progression though, even though there wasn't a proper campaign or anything. I just liked the way that you even though it was long, it was basically like a car collecting game at the end of the day because of how much car collecting you do rather than races. So it did have driving school, like a tutorial and stuff like that, but it wasn't like proper Gran Turismo progression. So I would actually say it's better than Gran Turismo 3, actually. I would honestly say it's better. Imagine a PSP game better than a mainstream title. Also, by the way, how in the hell is a PSP game able to get 60 frames per second, then most racing games nowadays still capped at 30 FPS? What in the actual hell? Developers need to get their shit together. But anyway, so PSP, B rank, don't care. Anyway, so Gran Turismo 5. Gran Turismo 5 was actually the first one that introduced being able to make your own tracks technically. Like, it would design like the track layout for you and stuff. You could just keep randomizing it. It would make a track, and then there's like four different variations of tracks that you can, like different areas that you can use. And it's actually kind of hard to remember Gran Turismo 5 actually, other than that. This was the first game to implement online, unless you count the Gran Turismo 5 prologue, I think did as well. But Gran Turismo 5 was the first one I played proper online of. I really like doing the online lobbies, how you're able to like manually start races and stuff. I just really liked it. So Gran Turismo 5 gets an A for me. It's not quite S tier, but I think it is worthy of an A tier ranking. Gran Turismo 6. So this is the one that I actually bought myself, and it was the first one. The first one I bought myself, and it was the one I probably have the most memories of, other than like I'm able to recall it more than any of the other ones. So Gran Turismo 6. It was one that had proper post-game content, for what I know. It was actually the one that added DLC and stuff after the game got released. And I did enjoy it. I think they actually did raise the cap, because I remember on Gran Turismo 4, I think the max amount of cars you could have was 6. So Gran Turismo 5, I believe, expanded on that, and then Gran Turismo 6 expanded on even more. And because you're able to, on PS3, you're able to handle more cars on screen at once and stuff, compared to like PlayStation 2. But anyway, so Gran Turismo 6, I think you actually also had clubs on GT6 from what I know as well, so that was also pretty cool. And there was like the Goodwood Hill climb, and there was like a moon one as well, which I thought was pretty funny. And and then this was the game that added like the Red Bull cars and stuff. It was just really cool. And yeah, I would say this goes at an A ranking as well. Gran Turismo Sport. Okay, so this is the non-numbered title or mainstream title that I played, other than the PSP version. PSP Gran Turismo. So people did get fooled when it comes to this game, because it was the first PS4 one we thought we were going to get. Because the Gran Turismo 6 game, that actually came out a year after the PS4 came out, yet it only dropped on PS3, which was kind of weird, but yeah, I just think they weren't ready for the PS4, honestly. So, but Gran Turismo Sport was the first PS4 title, and the only PS4 title when it comes to like in the generation kind of Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo 7 is coming out for PS4, but it's nearing the end of the generation though, and it's basically what the Gran Turismo 6 was like, except they were actually ready this time for the new gen. So, but anyway, back to Sport. I liked the fact that it focused a lot more on the online this time around, where you could actually level up properly online and become like a proper driver, virtual driver, and you could get into actual FIA events and stuff. It was just really cool how they did the online. But people did think they did get shafted with this game when it came to the campaign, because it was literally just driving school mission challenges and then circuit experience, which was cool, but it just wasn't the proper progression that we all wanted. The car list was small when it launched, but it did become much bigger over time because of updates and stuff. And it did introduce like car classes and stuff, which was okay in some aspects, but there is also a lot of exclusions, and it did mess that up a little bit. So, Gran Turismo Sports, I did like the quality and stuff compared to the other games, of course, but it's gonna have to be a B for me, honestly. Yeah, so that is my tier list for Gran Turismo. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your tier list down below in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Let me know if you want to see more tier list videos. And let me know, request any that you want me to do. If I feel comfortable and I'm able to. And I feel like I know enough about those to do it. So, hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.